A Lincoln Riley novelty act looks good on USC Trojans, and all Brian Kelly can do is fume. The USC Trojans stood seconds away from the biggest win in Lincoln Riley's tenure when the third-year coach pointed to his eyes and delivered one final message: lock in and make one last stop. Riley's Trojans showed a backbone, while Brian Kelly's LSU Tigers shriveled in another season opener. If number 23 USC plays with the defense and discipline it showed in a 27-20 statement win against number 12 LSU on Sunday in Las Vegas, then Riley's best days aren't behind him. Riley's got another budding star quarterback. Of course he does. Finding someone to sling it is never Riley's issue. Cue Miller Moss, who made big throws in pressure moments to rip open an LSU secondary that surrendered its DBU reputation. But the grit USC showed? We're not used to that. The Vegas novelty act looked good on Riley's Trojans. Many have wondered what Riley could achieve if he ever fielded a defense with a flutter of a pulse, or a team that showed half as much physicality and tackling as glitz and glamour. We didn't wonder Sunday, we saw it. USC Trojans play Big Ten ball versus LSU. Riley won a game in which his team scored only 13 points through 3 quarters. The Trojans earned that Big Ten patch on their uniform. They delivered key third and fourth down stops. They capitalized on LSU's dumb penalties and limited their own mistakes. At times, each team looked the part of playoff contender. The more principled team won. In Riley's first 2 USC seasons, the former Oklahoma coach furthered his reputation as a quarterback savant who cared little about defense or the fine details required to win national championships. His past Trojan teams were penalty machines. They needed every ounce of Caleb Williams' stardom to overcome deficiencies elsewhere. For one night, anyway, USC delivered a complete performance, while Kelly fumed at the Tigers' self-destruction. Kelly's decision to go for 4th and 3 on LSU's opening drive went bust when USC's blitz pressured Garrett Nussmeier into a rare incompletion. A squandered opportunity for LSU. Consider it a theme. LSU could have used 3 points on that drive. Could have used more discipline, too. For one night, anyway, USC delivered a complete performance, while Kelly fumed at the Tigers' self-destruction. Kelly's decision to go for 4th and 3 on LSU's opening drive went bust when USC's blitz pressured Garrett Nussmeier into a rare incompletion, a squandered opportunity for LSU. Consider it a theme. LSU could have used 3 points on that drive, could have used more discipline too. In a telling moment after halftime, Kelly planted his palm against his forehead while a flag rested on the turf. The penalty was against USC, but by then, Kelly had come to expect another blunder from his team. Kelly seethed on the sideline, then pounded a table in frustration during his post-game remarks. "We're sitting here again talking about the same thing," Kelly said, "about not finishing when you have an opponent in a position to put them away. I'm so angry about it. I got to do something about it. I'm not doing a good enough job as a coach. It's unacceptable for us not to have found a way to win this football game," Kelly added. "It's ridiculous and it's crazy. How's this for ridiculous? LSU hasn't won a season opener since 2019. Don't blame the quarterback. LSU missed Jaden Daniels' big play capabilities. The reigning Heisman winner's dual threat skills would have helped in short yardage situations. Even so, Nussmeier threw for 304 yards. LSU's defense shook free from last season's disaster. But these still aren't the fierce Tigers of yore. Moss won't be the last quarterback to feast on LSU's soft secondary. Moss found open receivers when LSU didn't blitz, and he kept his cool when the Tigers brought pressure. His receivers helped him on his way to 378 passing yards. Kyron Hudson locked up the catch of the year with an incredible one-handed snag that Odell Beckham Jr. would admire. We've come to expect such offensive highlights from Riley's teams. The timely defensive stops under first-year coordinator DeAnton Lynn? Those were new. Pretty good Big Ten football today, Riley told reporters afterward. Indeed, and a B1G time win.